Congratulations to the California Department of Motor Vehicles, the employees most specifically, for convincing me that it is time to replace every human being that works for the DMV with an AI agent. Let's build those data centers. We don't need these DEI hires just taking up space, mistreating human beings, when we can have AI robots that actually legitimately can do the job. Super long story short, I have a problem with my ID. I have a suffix, junior, which is printed as part of my first name. So the way they print them, the IDs, they have the last name on the first line and the first name on the second line. So my ID reads last name Tripp, first name Danny Milan Jr. The court absolutely rejected my legal birth name, Danny Milan Tripp Jr., the travesty that it is, rejected that because it wasn't what was reflected on my California ID. So after 3 weeks of back and forth with DMV on the phone and being told I'd be called back, I end up with an employee today, a fellow named Victor, who works for the California DMV and deserves to be called out. Victor deserves to be called out because Victor, a government employee, told me that the way to get my ID printed the way that I prefer, not the grammatically correct manner of appending a suffix after the last name according to the rules of the English language and its grammar. Well, if just according to my preference, if I wanted to do it that way, I need to go down to the DMV and tell them that my last name is Tripp Jr. and that I don't have a suffix. I need to provide inaccurate information to the DMV so that they will correctly print my California identification. I need to lie and perjure myself and intentionally commit fraud so that the California Department of Motor Vehicles will correctly print my ID. When I called the Department of Motor Vehicles phone system, they have this phone AI system called Miles. I started asking it questions about English grammar and where suffix placement would go if you were printing names on 2 lines. And it was exceedingly accurate. Every question I asked about English grammar, a perfect, spot on. Yet few of the employees I talked to seemed to understand that it was the rules of English grammar that the DMV were effing up, and the DMV was wrong, and not just my preference. And the phone system from DMV, the AI phone system, was very clear when I asked it if providing inaccurate information to the DMV was legal. No, it is not. It is not legal for DMV employees to suggest that you provide inaccurate information and perpetuate fraud and perjury. That is a serious action. Do you want to report it? The AI system is 1,000% better at the DMV than the human beings I have talked to. Far more professional, far less argumentative. It's time to build those data centers.